point in waiting any longer, so let's bring her out. The star attraction, the one you came to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
I'm going to be working with you.
Yes.
Next week.
You're still good with that, right? That's why I was getting nervous when you
I know, but I'm going to tell you what happened.
Okay.
And we're doing
Grease
at
the Village Underground.
At the Village Underground.
Tuesday the 12th.
Next Tuesday. I didn't put in for a spot. You know why?
Why?
Because I always, whenever I go in on a Tuesday and you after the show, you're all hanging out, and I just want to hang out. I want to be.
I feel like nobody hangs out. Like that's what I want to do, but it feels like nobody's hanging out.
Oh, I should have put in for a fucking spot.
Well, no, we usually hang out at the cellar, though.
Right?
So,
yeah, and I was just like,
well, why not put in for a spot anyway, and then you'll still hang out?
I'm gonna be in acting mode.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Singing mode.
And singing mode.
Yeah.
So,
are you reading for
Judy
Sandy?
Is playing
I'm
Rizzo.
playing Rizzo.
Rizzo.
Yeah,
Yes.
baby.
Yeah, of course.
That's right, bitches. You've done The Godfather.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, hilarious.
Did you see it? Or you just-
I've only heard.
It's okay.
I've heard from my
It's
friend
not
David
everybody's cup of tea.
Feldman.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Feldman
Loves
loved it.
it.
Yeah.
I think at the end, I think in the last episode, I did it. I put it in 5 pieces because I wanted to get everything down
Right.
because it's such an epic thing. I think I was just writing lines for him at that
Right.
point, because I knew how much he
Right.
liked it, like just stuff that he would understand, like stuff about Hoover and being
Right.
gay and stuff
Right.
like that. That you can hear him laughing. That's
Right.
the only one, like Clyde Tolson, references.
Yeah. I love him.
Me too.
So I'm really excited.
I
Who
hope
else?
so.
Tell everyone who's in it.
Well, it's you and me. I'm playing Danny Zuko only because
Right.
I don't know any other comics that sing. Otherwise,
Really?
I would have usually have Natterman play those kind of parts.
Oh, my
it's
God.
So funny.
Yeah.
Because Dan Natterman plays Michael Corleone, which is
Right.
hilarious, So he would be a good Danny Zuko, but he doesn't sing, so I
Right.
have to play that. My friend Bethel Karam is playing Sandy.
Right.
You might not know she's not a comic, but Russ Maneve is playing Kaneki.
Oh, awesome!
Mateo Lane is playing Frenchie and Sonny because we don't have enough
Mateo's
microphones.
so fucking
He's
talented.
amazing.
Yeah.
For my birthday show that I also did at the Village
Yeah,
Underground.
that I wanted to go to because the WID was there.
You know the WID too? Oh, right. You're from Jersey, of course.
I've known the WID since I started.
Well,
I love the WID. How is he?
He's
the legendary
He was
WID.
so happy to be there. Now, this guy is a prop comic
Right.
for the ages. He's got
Right.
20 bins full of props, and half the audience couldn't stand him, and they
Right.
were angry, but the other half completely got it.
I loved him. I always loved him.
Me too,
Okay.
but he was so thrilled. He was working the Comedy
Right.
Cellar. He's been forever grateful.
Right.
He's going to be on their podcast and everything. He's like
Right.
really happy.
Yeah, he's great.
So I thought he was great, but everybody was mad. But Mateo saying, I left my heart in San Francisco for me, I did it at one of the tables. I was just at the tables
Right.
hosting. It was like a Vegas show.
Oh, I love
It was
that.
super fun. But people get angry. I'm like you. I like singing and dancing.
I know.
And I like to mix it up. So what's the matter if I have somebody singing one song and then we go back to the comedy? Everybody's like
Yeah,
so
I
upset.
love that. Fuck
I want to do
you.
that all the time.
I know.
And
All
so
right.
does Noam.
I know. It's fucking
He
great.
gets it. He was the one that said we need to do a musical because the owner of the club plays the guitar.
Yeah, he's
from
so
Van
fucking
Colin,
great.
And he's so good. I said there's like 12 to 15 songs if you include some of the instrumentals. He goes,
Right.
Cake.
Nice.
But
That's what I wanna
Noam
hear.
and
Colin.
Mike.
Oh,
What?
sorry.
Oh, Colin's in it?
No, Colin Smith. Sorry.
Oh.
No, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Noam grew up with my girlfriend,
Oh,
and
I
her
didn't know
sister was really good friends with him. So
Was he
and
nice
Manny
growing up?
And,
Was he-
and Ardsley.
Was he nice growing up too?
They
they
hung out, and
He's been so nice
He's
to
a
me
great
there.
guy.
That has been why it's been that
he
Comedy
thinks
Cellar.
I'm the most liberal, like left wing, like
because he's more like me.
yeah.
We gotta have him
Like
on
where
the
we
show,
where
Noam.
we
I know.
Oh my God, you
I
guys
gotta
would
have-
get into
I
it.
know.
Yeah. But
So-
he's more like me, and he's a little more, I think, to the right than I.
Right. He's
I
much
don't
more
mind
to the
listening
right.
to both sides.
Right.
And
And he's like, "You're a left," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"I
yeah.
love Israel," so sorry.
Well, he loves Israel. doesn't
Yeah,
he?
I know. I'm just saying, So this is what. So Dave has been writing to me and sending me scripts and like, "Where are you? Where are you?"
Well, I was worried.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you
You're
what
my
happened.
wild card for a little bit because we hadn't done it together yet. That's all.
But you can always count on me. Like
I figured
I
that.
do Papa's show all the time. I'm probably the only one who reads the script,
Me
goes
too.
over it. I'm like,
You and I are the only
I'm a
because we're like
nerd.
actors.
You're
The
actors.
rest of them are
Yes.
idiots.
Yeah. I
mean, they
have
are.
to do and I don't want to look like an asshole.
Do you know on the next day on my podcast, I always take everybody out. Like I just go
Yeah, and
into them. I'm
thanks-
like, they're the worst actors I've ever seen in my. I know
true.
they're comedians, and I've gotten a lot of. Russ and I had a lot of
Right.
trouble. I had to really make up. Again, he got really
Really?
angry. Yeah. So I was like, he's adorable, but he's
Come
not an
on.
actor. Oh my
Right.
God, that was the worst thing.
Oh my God.
It was a douche move on my
Sounds
part.
like a comic.
But it's my
Right.
favorite thing to do is to
Right.
like just talk about how horrible everybody is the
Right.
next day. I
That's
don't know.
great.
I find it funny.
Have you even seen the fucking movie?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
I'm like, has anybody
Godfather.
seen The Godfather?
No,
Yeah.
that's great.
Okay, so here's what happened. So Dave's been emailing me, and and other people too. So today's Tuesday. Okay, so actually 1 week ago today, Elisa went to my apartment. I'm in Provincetown, where I live. In the summertime, I have a house there. Okay, that I bought in 1994. So
With Bob Smith.
no, I didn't buy it with Bob Smith.
No, Bob bought it later after you had financial difficulties.
Right, but now forget it. Anyway, so shut the fuck up, VP. All right, so so Tuesday morning, Lisa's Ben is with me, my younger son, Ben.
I thought you guys were married. She's just your girlfriend?
Yeah, we're not married
I didn't
because we don't live together because I'm not moving until Ben goes to college and
Okay.
she's ambivalent about everything. Anyway, so Elisa is coming to Provincetown Wednesday for the, till Labor Day, whatever the fuck it is. All right, so Tuesday she goes there to drop something off. I'm going to say what it is. Money for the cleaning lady. And because Jews could have be living homeless, they'd have a cleaning lady come clean their box out.
Dortmunder used to call my mother and say he's spending a lot of money. He still has a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
And my mother would be like, he has to have a cleaning lady.
Yeah. So
I'm not there. Who's going to do it?
So she goes to the apartment and the door is chained shut and she can't get in. Now, one kid's in college, one kid's with me. She's outside the door and I'm in Provincetown. Okay? She can't get in. She opens it as much as she can with the chain on and she sees all the lights are on, the air conditioners are on. It smells like pot and smoke. I call the super. He comes up. He unchains the door, finally. They open the door. The place is completely ransacked. The kitchen, dishes all over, food, all my alcohol, bottles, cans, cigarettes, pot, vapes, paraphernalia, smell horrible. The beds are ransacked. Everything's completely, I can't even tell you. I'll show you pictures. They're like, hello, because Elisa had been banging on the door, open the door. No one's in there. Finally, they go to Ben's room, which is full. It's disgusting. The windowsill has ash and burns all over it. There's writing. Someone wrote on the wall. There's pot. It's I can't even tell you. And we're on FaceTime because we can't fucking believe it. And the super opens Ben's closet door and out comes a kid. And Ben was like, no way. Someone he's not even really good friends with. Someone he went to middle school with.
You're on FaceTime with Ben and he's watching? And
we're both
Holy.
watching. And this kid comes out of the closet and the place is, and Ben's like, I can't, no way. His friend, and for 4 days, they had been living and partying in my apartment. These kids. So his best friend, Dylan, Dylan.
Yeah.
Best friends. There's 5 kids who have been best friends since grammar school, and they all go to different high schools, and still they're best friends, and they get together every day after school, whatever. So Dylan, who was like another son, I've been on vacation with, they've come on vacation with us and everything. Ben told Dylan, because Ben's bleeding heart, listen, I know your Xbox is broken, so if you need to play Xbox, you can go to our apartment and the key's under the mat. So apparently Dylan went there and decided he could invite anyone over. And this kid, Leo, who's the bad seed, went in and for 4 days, and his mother, I call his mother, she's in the Hamptons. Oh, really? They have no fucking idea where their kids are. And I'm going to show you photos. I just got home last night. I had no blanket to sleep with. I had no blanket. They had because my assistant went and came in to do my mail and everything, and then went and said it's so bad. The comforters smell like smoke. My kitchen's kosher. It was completely every dish. I mean, I don't care that.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Bacon and cheese all over everything.
No, but they were all just piled up. Dylan's mother came over. I called them at work, and she went over there. She couldn't fucking believe it. All my really good tequila and vodka was they drank. And I called all the parents that I knew, this core 5 kids. Some of them were they were all like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Some said, oh, well, my kid was only there on Saturday night. I said, I don't care if your kid was there for 5 fucking minutes. They've been like my kids. They've slept over, One of them didn't have the common decency to say, hey, no, this is not cool. I can't. So I didn't call the police. I should have called the police and gotten the kid in trouble.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And so now... Ben, I feel so bad. He can't, his friends totally dissed him.
Yeah.
And I've been screaming. I was crying. I mean, I feel like someone invaded. I don't
It's just as bad as being robbed.
Yeah,
Right.
someone broke into your house and robbed you, and
Right.
it was someone who
there
was
was a
close.
kid sitting
and
in the
girls were sleeping over.
There was a kid in the closet just
Right.
waiting. I mean, that's terrifying.
And the mother's like, oh, I didn't know. I thought he was with his dad. I'm in the Hamptons.
She's one of those people that's not
Right.
giving you the love, for being
Right.
like, oh my
so
God.
she was like,
what
just
an
tell me
asshole.
how much it is, and we'll pay for it.
Oh.
But
something, I
but
guess. I
no,
mean.
but the other mothers were,
20,000.
and I actually wrote to the core kids too. I said, you know what? I've known you guys. You've been welcome, and I can't fucking believe you. And I wrote to
Yeah.
the parents that it pains me to think Ben would ever. I don't think Ben would ever do that to another person's house. I don't think.
No way.
And then I was thinking, is it because he has 2 moms and they're not scared of a dad?
Oh.
So that was one of the things I was thinking about. And Elisa
Ooh,
thinks it's
that actually makes a lot of sense.
right. So I said to Ben, he's like, no, I don't think so. But it's because, we've been so nice to them. Maybe they were like, oh,
Kids just take advantage. Teenagers take advantage of shit. They heard that you guys were going to be gone, and there's a key under the mat.
Right, no.
But it's still disrespectful to. There's no
But
reason
Ben
you can't
wasn't there.
clean
The
up
person
or
who
whatever.
lived there wasn't there. The person, Ben wasn't. They just went in my apartment and lived there for 4 days. And one of the mothers was like, he was coming home on time because they were spending all day there smoking and drinking with girls. And, I'm so mortified,
That sounds like a teenagery thing to do, though.
No, I think it's beyond. I'm going to show you photos. I'm going to show you photos.
Well, what am I saying? My brothers grew up in juvenile hall, so I guess.
What does that mean? They grew up in juvenile. I'm a Jew, and I don't. I'm going to show you some photos, and you can tell me. Okay, where's the fucking all photos bullshit? Okay. Oh fuck! Don't you hate when you go on your photos and then it goes back to 2003? You fucking cunt! All right.
I don't have the iPhone, so
Oh,
my
what do you
photos are all
have?
from last year.
All
That's it.
photos. What do you have? You
Just
don't
on
have
the
enough.
Android.
Oh,
Me too. I
Okay, ready?
switched.
I'm going to show you. Let's see, which is a good picture. This is one of the kids.
Did you get a picture of the kid falling out of it?
Oh, I have a picture of the kid because one of the mothers went over there the other mother was in the Hamptons and she's going to pay.
How much
let's
is
see.
it going to cost?
Well,
I mean, you should
the
charge
problem
double.
is, first of all, the cleaning of all the comfort.
Yeah.
I have to have someone in there and clean. There's
Yeah.
some stuff. Stop.
Sorry.
There's some stuff that was, that's destroyed. The water filter, they pulled the plug out, the ice machine.
Why would they do that?
They're just Wait, here's a good
Why
picture of the
is it
kitchen.
necessary to trash your house? I mean,
This
I can
Leo
understand
kid.
even-
Yeah, he's
that
he's
seems
bad.
like the troublemaker.
Wait, let's see. Where's a good one? Let's see.
I wonder what it's going to cost.
And cigarettes, like Marlboro cigarettes.
Do you have any kind of can you just quote a price that it's going to cost?
Well, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I mean, it will be in the tens of thousands or a
No,
couple,
it'll be
$5,000
a couple
or something?
thousand probably. The way here's my kitchen.
Oh my god.
I mean,
That
There's
doesn't look
just,
as
like,
bad as I thought.
a pile of dishes.
shut the fuck
I don't
up.
know what I mean,
yeah, that's only part. That's just the dishes with all the things open.
I wonder how they thought they
Like
would
a
even
foot
like
above
that.
the
This
dish.
wouldn't happen.
And the kid
though.
that was there because he slept there because he was going to get up and clean. Here's like
Oh, he
pot
was
and
gonna
shit
get up and clean.
blood stain on my fucking
Bloodstain.
You know,
Jesus.
who the fuck knows? Maybe, one of them will be pregnant. One of the sluts that sat, went over there. Like that none of these kids.
Sounds like Leo's the slut here.
Here's my kitchen table.
Wow.
Disgusting. It's still fucking they cooked. They ate my food. Here's Leo. You want to see him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is, cleaning up.
What? How'd you
Well,
get a
the
picture
mother's-
of him cleaning up?
Because the mother of Dylan, I'm not using last names.
Yeah.
But the mother of Dylan went over there, left work and went over there. Here's my bed. Gross.
Wait, and
gross.
then made her
Ew.
son clean up? Because
And
I would
Dylan-
not want those kids in my house
yeah,
anymore.
made them clean up.
I
and
prefer
then,
if they didn't ever come to my house
right,
again.
So they're never
I'm
coming
surprised
over
you
again.
let
No,
them
they
come over
were
and
there.
clean up.
They were there. No, he was there. It was the kid who was there was cleaning up, and Dylan, who's the one who let them all in, he went over with the mother. The mother said,
I would have told the mother, I don't want those
Dylan
kids
is
in
the
my place
sweet one.
anymore,
no,
apparently.
Dylan's not. Here's my bathroom.
No, he's not.
Just disgusting. Pee all over the seat.
Ew, boys.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. All my meat and dairy fucking dishes mixed
They
together.
don't understand that code. I have a
Right.
kosher kitchen too.
You do not.
I do.
Where's
No, I
that
keep
bell?
kosher also.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
Oh,
What?
So much
Thank
that,
What?
yeah, ask Rachel.
What?
Judy is creaming her pants right
I
now.
am coming right now, having an orgasm. Yeah, I'm having an orgasm. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious.
Oh my god, I love you.
Yeah, no, I always have. I can't break it.
But I know, because I grew up like that,
Me
and
too.
it feels so weird.
Yeah. I cook kosher. Like even when
Yeah.
I make lasagna, I use those Morningstar Farm sausages, instead of meat. You know those
Ew,
soy
no.
sausages?
No, I can't.
Well, I'm just, but they're vegetables, so it's
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just
you
saying.
can make veggie spinach lasagna.
I
Delicious.
like using the sausages. They're,
All right,
they're
whatever.
whatever they call them, breakfast links. they call
Turkey
them, but they're kosher.
bacon, yeah.
Yeah, turkey bacon.
So
or
wait, you were bar mitzvahed,
Of course.
and then was your sister bat mitzvahed?
Yes.
And what synagogue, temple?
Temple Emmanuel.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Well, no, then there's a Temple Emmanuel in Westfield too,
Right.
Which we got kicked out of, and then
Why?
Because I did something at my niece's bar mitzvah. I
What'd
guess.
you do?
I don't know.
Bat
Apparently I made-
mitzvah.
Bat mitzvah. That's right.
He called it a bar mitzvah.
Wow.
I
So
got
you
confused
see,
because I also did some at my nephew's bar mitzvah. They also got kicked out of that temple because I
Look.
did the Torah portion, the
Yeah.
Aliyah, like Charlton Heston, from the Ten Commandments, and the rabbi got so angry.
look,
Aw.
you'll love this. Look at what's written. There's a sticker there. Do you see it?
There's a sticker on the wall in the
Right here.
trash pile that they
Right
left.
here.
Oh,
What does
I
that say?
have to.
Jews.
Oh, dairy.
Yeah, those are my dairy
I do
plates.
not have the different plates.
Oh, okay. Look. Meat.
Meat.
And
Wow.
Kiddush cup. See, look at the Kiddush
Oh,
cup.
and they ruined your entire.
Uh-huh. Oh, so now.
Oh, that's horrible.
Right. Look at this. Look at this.
The plates are with the bowls. The bowls,
The
are
bowls,
with the
that's
cups.
that's a dairy cup and
cups
a
are in the
meat bowl.
freezer.
Wow, that's really disrespectful.
I know.
That's like really
And they
disrespectful.
all know I'm kosher.
Right.
Like all the kids know because they've been coming over.
Right. So they're just like, fuck you.
God, and you liked these kids, and there's hard. What a horrible
They
situation.
all. I
to
mean,
be
I
in.
have. I have letters from them.
Group
You
What
know.
did they say? I'm so sorry.
here, I'll read
Like,
some.
it's just all bullshit.
Well, I don't believe any of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Ready?
That's what I'm saying. It's all nonsense.
And the one mother of the one found in the closet,
The Leo.
has not responded to me at all.
Wow. Well, she's obviously problematic.
And okay, I'm gonna give you.
She's obviously a horrible mother. So that kid
I
was,
mean,
like,
she's in the
sitting
Hamptons while
closet.
her kid is going amok.
Yeah.
They live in a fucking brownstone, and he's wrecking like my
Yeah,
apartment.
if his mother's away, then why isn't he just renting
Right.
his own apartment or whatever?
Okay, right. Well, I'm gonna read. Do you want to hear some of the things
Bullshit.
from the kids?
Yeah.
Okay, here's one.
That their parents made them right.
Judy, I'm so sorry.
There's one who I didn't tell the parents because the mother is ill. And I wrote to him and I said, I didn't tell your parents because they have enough on their mind. And he actually wrote, and I know he wrote it by himself. a very heartfelt how ashamed he is.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
Ben told me he's really upset.
You can
So-
tell. You can tell who's.
Is Ben going to be friends with these kids
No.
anymore?
I mean,
is
they
he really
fucked him
giving
over.
up?
They
Like, what
fuck-
happens today in the first day of high school? What is this?
Well, it's Thursday. You know, they don't
know
go
what
to
I
high
mean.
school together. They all go to different
Oh,
high
thank
schools. And
goodness. Then they
Ben
don't have to-
is basketball every day and stuff.
He's the popular one. He's like the big dog.
He is?
I think so.
Yeah, but he's the nice one.
Exactly.
You know?
That's what I mean, though. They are losing out.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
isn't.
listen, here's one. I just wanted to take the time to apologize to you and Elisa for invading your personal space without permission. The fact that I even stepped inside your apartment is unacceptable. I take full responsibility for what happened. Even if I was there for the smallest amount of time, I feel I should have been the one to put an end to this and take charge of the situation. For that, I am very sorry. Do you think a 16-year-old wrote that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, we're going to go with
Especially
that one.
because he was like, even
I
if
don't
it was
know.
only
Maybe
there
you're
for a
right.
small amount of time.
Yeah,
he
I
was
don't
still
know.
getting out of
Dylan
it.
is the only one who keeps arguing every time I send something.
No.
Yeah, he's like,
Hey, man, you left the key under the mat.
yeah. But let's see. This
Yeah,
is,
you're welcome.
This is
Hey, you had the tequila sitting there, in that cabinet, which was hard to reach.
Right. With the
okay.
step
So
stool.
here's Dylan, who's one of the ringleaders.
Little
The ringleader.
pissant.
Just by stepping foot in your apartment, not only did we break the law, but we violated our relationship with you, your family, and especially Ben. What we did was horrible and disrespectful, and we all fell the same way, as we just want to make this up to Ben and you guys.
However-
Fell instead of feel.
I'm waiting for the...
But then he's the one that always is like, what do you mean? Blah, 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 blah.
I really want there to be a... However,
Wait a minute. Yeah, right. However,
you really
Yeah.
shouldn't let us go in there when you're not home.
it sounded like they both started the same by stepping foot into your apartment.
Because some of the parents had said, my kid was only there for and I wrote to the kids. You want to hear what I wrote to the kids?
I just can't believe the parents are even for a minute to say, but my kid was only in there for a
it
little...
was like, I know he was there on Saturday for a couple of, and it's like, who fucking cares?
yeah, you can drink a couple bottles in a couple hours.
Okay, wait. Here's a good one. Wait, do you want to hear what I wrote to the kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yikes.
Here we go.
Yikes.
Come on, fuckhead.
It's making me nervous.
Isn't
me
it?
Too, me
I
too.
think I
My
probably
palms
It's
got
are
a-
horrible.
I probably got
Okay.
a couple of these from my parents' friends growing up.
Here's what I
Gotten
said.
a couple from Judy, I'm sure.
Since you have been Ben's closest friends, I am writing to let you know how hurt and violated I feel by your actions. I find it hard to believe that not one of you had the common decency to speak up and say that what was going on in my home was wrong and needed to stop. You invaded my private space that I have generously shared with you since you were young boys. You brought girls over, you smoked, you drank my alcohol, you ate my food, used my dishes, slept in my beds, and treated our apartment like a fraternity house. How dare you not tell Ben what was going on? What were you thinking? How could you not check with Ben directly to see if it was okay to be there and just take Dylan's word for it? I don't care if you were there for 5 minutes or 4 days, you were all guilty. I expect an explanation from each one of you. And so Dylan wrote back, what do you mean take Dylan's word for it? That was the first thing he wrote back. So you know that he feels no remorse.
Yeah. What a little
You
psychopath.
just
Yeah.
got to respect that. I don't know.
But it's like, wouldn't you feel guilty?
Yeah.
But
Normal
everyone
people-
thinks I'm crazy that I think it's because he has two moms.
Oh, no, I don't think that's crazy at all. I think that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Really?
I do.
Well, here's the thing. Women are a little more evolved than men and teach a little more respect of others.
Right.
So, yeah, that's not so crazy.
But what about the girls? What about the girls that were in there?
They don't
This is
even
group
know what they're doing. I
mentality.
mean, yeah, exactly.
This is group mentality. It's
And
like,
they
I
kept
don't want to
it,
look dumb.
and they didn't tell Ben. They kept it off social media.
The girls are getting free liquor and free weed. They're the smart ones
and
here.
free penis.
And free dick.
Yeah.
Like they are the smart ones here. They didn't do shit. They're just having
Right.
a nice time. These guys
Does
are the
Ben
idiots.
know the girls, too?
Yeah, I got a list of who was there. I'm trying to find one kid who no
feel
one will give me his.
I feel so sorry for Ben. It's
Yeah,
such
I feel
a
bad, and I've been
betrayal
screaming
by
and
his
crying.
best
Like last
friends.
night, I was screaming because I made him make my bed, and I realized I have no blanket. I have nothing to sleep on, put on me because my comforter's there, and he took out an old one of his bedspreads, and
Poor kid.
and it's just like, I can't fucking believe it. I can't fucking believe it.
That sucks,
That's
but
my kill me now for this.
That's a great kill me now.
Yeah.
And at least now he fucking knows, to keep them away. Like,
I
they're
know, but
dangerous
that's his
assholes.
friends.
Yeah, I know.
Those are
horrible.
his friends.
It's so sad.
They've got a little
And they
time
all
to grow
go to
up.
great schools. They're all smart and going to be really
well, that's
successful.
it's the smart ones that always pull off the caper.
Exactly.
Right, and it was the
That's
two.
why I was saying this. This is such a Manhattan,
Yeah.
Upper East Side or wherever you are.
I'm on the Upper West.
You
But
know what I mean.
It's a
you know
city
what is
kid,
amazing
yeah.
is that the two fathers I spoke to, because mostly I spoke to mothers. The one father was, I said, I don't. What goes on in their heads? He's like, well, I was a teenage boy, so I know what goes on. It's like, don't fucking
it's locker
justify
room.
this.
It's locker room
yeah,
talk.
Yeah. Fuck you.
We're just grabbing pussies.
And it's the ones who think who think their kids are so perfect and great.
Of course, it's always like that.
That are like, and they're the worst kids.
Yeah.
well,
It's
they're the
always
best
like
at
that.
hiding.
I'm sorry you had to
They're
hear
all
that.
horrible parents.
So, yeah, so
Let's
that's
say
why.
that again on
I
this,
feel
so
like
it
a
goes out
horrible
to the
parent.
airwaves.
I guess I'm a
Those
horrible
kids'
parent.
parents are horrible.
You're not a horrible
I am.
parent,
I
Judy.
shouldn't have never,
You sound like a comic too.
Right. So.
You're just a
Dave.
horrible parent because you're a lesbian and you decided
Right.
to shack up
I
with a
shouldn't
woman.
have
That
it wouldn't have
is
happened.
What happened.
You're
Yeah.
just an
Yeah.
abomination.
See? Yeah.
So,
But I'd like to know if people,
I mean, what's the
write to
point of
us.
keeping kosher in the eyes of
Yeah.
God? You're a disaster
It's
already.
ju-
Oh, yeah,
but,
you're-
but I would love if listeners to let me know if they think, because I really am curious as to whether you think it's. I mean,
have
Dave
to
is a
assume
guy.
everybody
yeah.
will be on your side.
I
About
mean,
the two women.
But here's the thing.
I'm going to say yes, and then I guess they immediately spoke to me.
Yeah.
Because I was terrified of my father.
Right.
So I think that had a lot with my immediate decision when you
Ben
brought it
can't
up.
believe it because I think Ben doesn't.
I wish I had two moms.
I would
you know?
say it would be the
Oh.
same thing if Ben had two fathers. There is a certain amount of personal respect that people who have been held down and told that them being alive is illegal, a certain amount of humanity that they have to kind of have. And the thing that you have to go through with even adopting a child or having a child as a gay couple, I mean, it's so much.
Well, gay kids are wanted children.
Exactly.
But
And they're fought
I have
for.
a friend who's having the same issue with her daughter's boyfriend not respecting them because there's two women. There's a lot of I don't know.
But
I don't
again,
know.
I was so afraid of my father that I totally,
they're not
wished
afraid
I
of
had
the
been brought
parents.
up by a single mother.
Yeah, they're not afraid of the parents.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
Dave, thank you for listening to that. I'm very excited for Greece. Which
I'm
is
excited
next.
too. You made me so nervous, but now I see what you were dealing with. Like you were just like. I guess you caught me. Like I was very nervous that you weren't. you were
I was
out of
writing
touch, and I texted
emails.
to you. Did you get my text?
Yeah,
too?
and I
wasn't
was
sure if I had the right number.
I was so obsessed with it.
I totally understand now. It makes
I
sense.
almost wanted to throw up.
You
That's
said,
terrible.
I'll tell you, but can you do my podcast? And then I was like, if she says, should I do
Yeah.
a podcast, then I guess everything's okay.
Yeah,
Otherwise
because
it would have been like,
I wanted you. Yeah, but now listen. So it's next. What's the date? Let's tell
the
everyone.
12th.
The
Tuesday
12th.
the 12th.
Okay, and then
Lenny Marcus is also
I
in
love
it.
Lenny
I know you
Marcus.
love Lenny. He's going to play Duty.
Oh, perfect.
I think you're a perfect Danny Zuko, by the way.
Yeah, you are.
It's going to be great.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
gonna be
I
really
can't
good.
believe you're even saying this. It's ridiculous.
Such an asshole.
Sandy.
Hey guys,
It's going to
listen.
be awesome. Oh, and Rachel Feinstein as Cha Cha de Gregorio.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
But she's also playing Marty, so she's always going to be on your side.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Great.
Dave, we ask our guests, every guest, certain questions, because we're very pro mental health here. I've been through clinical depression. I have anxiety.
Really?
I know it's shocking.
What?
Yeah. So we ask, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Are you or have you ever been on antidepressants?
Patrick thinks no.
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah, Patrick, you're a loser.
Yeah, Patrick, you
For
suck.
about 4 years, I was on Effexor,
Oh, I did Effexor.
and that affects your sex drive, and I think it affected it ever since. I'm off of
Really?
it now.
But
I
did you
don't think
lose
it
weight
ever-
on Effexor?
He lost something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so you have no sex drive?
It diminished ever since I've taken those pills.
It could. All right, but how you're 53?
Yeah.
All right, it's diminishing
Yeah, no,
anyway.
I know,
it's
but it was
diminishing
like, it
returns.
seemed like it was after that thing, you know.
Have you
like
ever taken like Viagra or Cialis or anything?
Sure.
And
during my doctor gave it to me while I was on that stuff.
And then
it was fascinating how it affected
I don't
it.
understand.
And it affected it with girls too. I was talking to other girls that were on that. I don't think they make that drug anymore, do they? It was very powerful.
What? The Effexor? I think they do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think they do.
But it was good. It was like I was able to learn from it after I stopped. I didn't want to be
Right.
on a pill all the time, but I
Right.
should be on antidepressants now.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
a mess lately. I don't know. I go through these. There's been 3 times in my life where I've really been suicidal, and those are the times I've needed help.
Yeah. And
Have you felt that way lately at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So-
You
like
can
coming
call
back.
me. I'm not kidding because I have been through this 1,000
You have.
times. Yes.
Yeah, it happened like once when I was 17, I remember, but that happens
It's
to everybody
chemical.
though, right? And you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so chemical
And
because
also, like, look at the fucking world, and we have so much information.
but it's also that
For me, it's not even that. It's just like personal. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
but
I
it's
just-
like
I feel
I-
bad that I don't care about the world. So
No,
much.
what-
good for you. Detach.
when I
You don't need to.
Shut up.
Sorry.
When I was depressed and I had my bloods taken, everything it's your body is. I was depleted of all these vitamins, and it is not. It's physical. It's not. It's just because people are such fucking assholes. It's like we have to hear about these fucking guys who can't get hard-ons and their prostate fucking problems, and that's more acceptable to talk about on television than mental
Depression.
illness
Yeah,
and
good point.
depression. It's not fucking fair.
Yeah, and until we get to that age, we're not allowed to talk about our peepees. So,
Okay, great. So, you have to call me because I'm really good. I mean,
thank
I'm not
you.
really good, but I just know how
Yeah,
you feel.
sometimes
It's
it
just,
just,
it's that knowing until you're been through it. You just don't.
I went
Get
to a
it.
therapist for a while, and then we stopped because I was okay, and then I've been looking for one again lately.
Oh, you should definitely. And have you done cognitive behavioral therapy?
I don't know what that is.
That's it's sort of the way you change the way you control your thoughts and change the way. So when the fucking negative asshole thought, like you're an asshole, you can identify it and say, okay, what is that? Is that real? Is that fake? Is that my mental? You know what I mean? It's
that's
a way. It's more pedantic and it's really good.
helps you
And
make
then-
connections.
Yeah, and I did that stimulation thing. Stimulation. The stimulation of the. It's that little thing you
The
can wear on your head.
tens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That helps.
What is that?
It's a little thing you put on your head, and
You can buy
like a magnet or a crystal or
it's
something?
like a
little electric pulses.
Yeah.
It
and
just
it's
kind
really
of
good.
reroutes
Yeah,
the energy
there's
in your
so
brain.
much shit you can do now, and you have to go do it because otherwise, you're bigger than. I mean, it's also like during the AIDS crisis, and they used to say to these people with AIDS,
It's a myth.
you're bigger than the virus. You know what I mean? And it's like you can't. There's things you can do, and sometimes it seems like
No,
it
it's
is.
funny. Do you remember? I guess when when AIDS first came out, well, you were already gay, but no, I meant
Yeah.
like
that was
Yeah.
just funny.
I was with my friend Alan. We always talk about it all the time, and we would get high together, and then and we never had a problem with this guy or gay people,
Right.
but after we left and he left, we were talking about how we were smoking the same joint,
Right.
Because nobody
Right,
knew how
because
it was
you didn't know.
transmitted.
Right, yeah.
Because so I used to work at a restaurant, and I kind of used to be very effeminate when I would go to the tables because I'd
Right.
get more tips that way. Like,
Right.
oh my God, you guys are the best table I've had all night. And
That's
they
so funny.
told me to stop doing that because
No
people
way.
were afraid.
Oh
You just
my
catch
God,
AIDS
that's
from being,
unbelievable.
Like,
I
thought they were
remember
going to send me
that.
to a special school. Be like, we're going to teach you how to butch up. I'm like, no, I can do it. I was just doing a
Yeah, it's
a
'cause I
gag,
want-
Yeah, then people stopped. Nobody knew.
It's
You know,
unbelievable.
it's fascinating at
I know.
those times.
I remember that when people would touch, I remember visiting people in the hospital. There was like plastic. You had to wear a
But
mask.
that's why I was
and
surprised when you told me that when I do remember Carol Henry dying, now that you mentioned
Yeah.
it was such a long time ago, it's very rare, or is this not proper thinking, for a girl to die of
well,
AIDS? A woman.
she was an intravenous drug user, like Rick Aviles.
Yes. Well, he was a mess anyway. So that guy.
He was.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like he's.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, and she told me
Because I'm sorry, I don't. That guy, I think, might have. He slept with a couple of friends of mine that might have AIDS. now.
Oh yeah, some
He didn't tell
waitresses.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So,
he
that guy was uncool.
he also
And he knew he had it too.
right. But Carol remembers she knows exactly when she got it. Because she said she needed it so bad, and she went to her friend's, I think actually her friend's mother's house, and he was like, they went in the bathroom, and he was like, just use my needle, and she was like, no, I can't, it's not right, and he's like, just do it, it's fine.
It's like that movie with Matthew McConaughey where he's remembering exactly how he caught it.
Yeah, and it's just, it's horrible.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
I know.
So
fucking
easy.
horrible. And you had a relationship with someone with mental illness, actually, correct?
Who's that? Who? You,
I don't think it's a secret.
Oh yes, Margaret.
Okay.
Oh, you can say I don't mind.
All right.
Oh, you can. She's dead, so it doesn't.
I
Who
know.
cares? You know.
But you went. Did you know she was depressed? Margaret Trigg, by the way.
She wasn't depressed though. That's the thing. She was just kind of a mess in the way we were talking about plastic surgery.
Right.
She was. I've always said she would never have. It's almost. I know it sounds horrible. It's better off that she's dead. She would never have lasted over 40.
Right.
She was just too. I can't get old. This is,
Right,
it
she
would have
had the
been
fear of
sad,
aging.
and
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
would have been like one
Where
of
did
those
that come from?
sad actresses, that gets older,
Right.
like you
And
see
how
in the
long were you
movies.
together?
Well, off and on, we were together forever. Like really, I like him since the first day we met. Till
And-
I mean, I didn't like her very much, but we were together because she still turned me on. She was very pretty.
Oh God! And
But
then
she was a mess. I mean, you could tell the worse and worse it got, and let alone her. She just kept losing weight, and she became disgusting, and in the sense that she was so thin and it was scary. And then she started saying crazy things like, "Hey, I bet you I could go out that window and probably make it to the. I live on the 10th floor." You know? I mean, she was saying crazy stuff. And then her mother called me, told me she was dead, and asked me to identify the body. And
No way.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. I didn't really like her that much because she was mean to me all the time. And
weren't you upset when when the mother called?
no.
What the fuck? You're like your mother.
Honest, I don't care about when people die. I only care when my cat died. That's the only thing I've ever cared for. When people die, I always kind of find it kind of amusing. Not amusing. I just don't care as much. I don't know why.
You are Rhoda.
I guess maybe.
Well,
Wow.
I guess.
You didn't cry?
No.
Well,
You were.
For Margaret? No.
What about her mother? Wasn't the mother devastated?
Not really.
What?
No, there's some issue there that she could have been murdered, like because she was in Bellevue and that's where she died, and over Texas land or something. I don't think her mother and her were very close.
Okay.
Although I told her something that made her mother very happy. So
What'd you say?
Well, I had this dream about her, which I really believe it. Sometimes I think that you can actually dream about, like a person will come to you when they're freshly dead,
Right.
And that is the only time they come to you. And this was the realest dream I've ever had. And she came to me and she said, "I'm okay. I'm always going to be pretty and happy where I am." I don't know. And I just,
all right.
I told her mom, and she was very happy about that. And I believe that with all my heart that was for real.
yeah.
Wow.
Fuck.
So
She sounds depressed to me, but
She's not depressed.
But depression
She's dead.
has a lot of.
Yeah, but I don't know whether it was depression. I think it was, but you might be right. I never thought of it as depression, but because she couldn't get to the
mania.
acting area she wanted to get, it all was kind of like you say. But maybe it was depression. I never
there's
considered
different.
that.
It manifests itself
She
in
was
very
always in a
different
good
ways.
mood, like she was never like, "Oh man, I'm never gonna make it as an actress. I'm never gonna." It was never like that. It was always like, "I'm the best. Things are going great for me.
Right,
I'm
but
gonna
that
tell
was
you,
all fake.
I'm gonna tell you who I'm sleeping with because it's gonna make you jealous."
Yeah, she sounds depressed. Dead. She sounds dead.
What pisses you off so bad that you can't fucking?
Well, when people make fun of Donald Trump, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry.
And my ex-girlfriend.
Patrick liked that one. All right, go ahead.
You know what? It's always the little things, 'cause like Larry David stuff. I think you and I are similar that way.
Yes.
Those little things, like for instance, and I know you'll like this. I was dating this girl, and she had just moved to New York, and it was the 4th of July, only 10 years ago.
Right.
And she was very excited that she was going to have the desserts, and we were going to watch the fireworks on her roof.
Right.
We were at my friend's house for dinner, then we were going to go over her house. She's like, "What should I get?"
Right.
And then she told me, "I ordered all this stuff. It's going to be amazing." And I drove everybody to her house. It was right on 42nd Street.
Right.
But I let everybody off and I parked the car.
Right.
When I went upstairs, I saw everybody sitting in the room just being quiet and just staring at each other. And I'm like, I don't understand what happened. Where's the food and everything? And then she's like, oh, she went out to walk the dog. It's okay. And I'm like, well, how is it okay? We were on a time-limited basis, and she had all this food. She didn't put it out. Like, why didn't she just go into the refrigerator? It's all set up. Pull up the plastic.
Wait a minute. She had people in her house, and she went out to walk the dog?
She didn't offer anybody anything. That drives
she's
me
a
insane.
fucking asshole.
What kind
I
of
hate
Jew
that.
is that?
That's not a Jew.
Where'd she grow up?
And how many times do you go to people's houses, and they're not
never put on any
Jewish?
music.
But what about when they don't have enough fucking food?
That is the
I can't
other thing.
fucking
Who
deal
doesn't
with that
know
shit.
that? Who doesn't know that to order double?
Right.
Right, of course. My dad used to even say, and it was the most annoying thing, but he used to go, we're on an FHB right now when we had company.
Yeah,
that
family
was a family
hold.
holdback.
Yeah.
You know it.
Family holdback.
Nobody else gets that.
Yeah.
He was like, the
that
guests
means
always
let
eat
the
first.
guests eat.
Yeah.
I remember once we went to dinner someplace.
Family
and,
holdback.
Yeah.
I see.
But yeah, when you see you're running out of food, you go FHB, and then that
we'd always
means
get the
you
FHB.
can't eat.
We're not allowed
And
to
do your
eat.
guests not know what that
No,
stands
they
have
for?
don't,
no idea.
unless they're Jews.
I
Yeah,
see.
and that one time we
They
went
know
to someone's
nobody knew.
house, and they made the soup, and there was a baguette, and we're eating the soup and the baguette. And I guess one of the other guests was like, wow, this is so good. I can't wait for, whatever. And they're like, well, this is the main course.
That would drive me insane.
like,
what do you
what
mean
the
this is
fuck?
soup is the main course?
I know.
That would drive me.
Right.
So there you go. Right.
Well, we
I
went-
hate that.
It
When
drives
people
me
are like, oh,
insane.
I have to go walk the dog, sit here, I'm not taking the food out or
It
putting
doesn't
it.
make any
Fuck
sense. That's
her.
all she was talking
What
about
the
was the
fuck
food.
is wrong
How do you
with
not?
her?
You could even say, "Hey, I got to take the dog for the walk.
Right.
Go in the fridge, and it's right there. Just take it."
Right. Can someone just take out the food and arrange it?
Yeah.
But she was probably too trolling to let anyone in the fucking refrigerator.
I still talk. It's been 10 years later, and
Have
I'm
you
always
seen
just
her?
like, yeah, and I'm always, it took
she
me a
married?
long time. No, she's
Of course
a mess.
not.
not.
She doesn't have
No,
fucking
I'm still
food in her
angry
house.
at her for that. She's like,
I know. I get like that.
Oh my
Things that you
God.
never forget about someone. That would be one thing that I would never.
it's one of those things where it's really just like Larry David. We're
Right.
just like we're sitting there, and she'd be like, "Well, why are you guys talking?" Like, I don't know, not a real reason. And she goes, "Well, maybe it's that 4th of July." Oh my God! How could you have the food?
I know.
And it just brings it right up like a Pavlovian dog,
Right.
It's like a cue.
What a fucking asshole. Well, she's an asshole.
That happens all the time. It's just like, it's a funny thing. We were at dinner with somebody, and this guy is like he's on the Tonight Show. I don't want to say who it is, and he didn't pay enough of the bill.
Oh,
And he's making much
don't
more than all of us.
Fucking start
I couldn't
with
let
that
up.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck you when they're like,
does that?
I had a soup and that was it, and I had an appetizer. Fuck you.
If you're over 30, how are you still thinking like
Right,
that?
right.
I can understand the 20s you're trying
Right.
to, but he's obviously making a lot of money.
Right.
That's generous, too.
It was he didn't know how to leave a tip. It was like really bad.
Jewish?
No.
Exactly.
But his
And
wife is. His wife is
yeah,
like
but
Orthodox.
everyone says something
Oh, I
about.
shouldn't have said that. Like, I don't
Everyone
mind talking
talks about
anybody,
the Jews
but
and the
me and this
tipping,
guy
and
we've
we are
made
the
up,
best
so-
tippers.
Oh, that's the funny thing. Well, yeah, you're right though. But as a waiter, it's so funny. The Jews with the yarmulkes
Right.
are horrible tippers,
Right.
And they really were. The
Right.
blacks and the Jews are really
Right.
bad.
Right.
But
you're
then
right.
you
but,
have the
But
one.
the regular Jews.
yeah, like me, you, Attell.
Right.
Attell's a fantastic
Yeah,
tipper.
I always, because I worked in a restaurant too.
I think that's the whole thing, and I
Right.
think that in high school they should just have a program where everybody has to be a waiter for a day. So you
know what they
for a
need
while,
to do
like
in
a
high
course.
school? They need to teach people about money and how
Well,
to
I'm saying
fucking.
if you were a waiter for a semester at
Right,
school, you
right.
would understand how important the
Right,
tips are.
right.
And until you
That no
see
one
that,
ma-
you
yeah.
have no idea. Like, no, they're fine. Until you're a waiter, you can't understand.
Right.
Yep.
It's like these people think they're owed something.
Meanwhile, there's a lot of women I know that are waitresses, and they are the rudest people to other waiters I've ever seen in my life. It's
Really?
women only, never boys. Only the women. I've seen it like 3 or 4 times with these women that were waiters for many years.
Yeah.
And then when the waiter comes over, I think they get very angry if they're not doing the most perfect job.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
interesting.
not about
They're
the
like,
tip
I
or
was so
anything.
much better than this.
Yeah. They're like, well, I'd like to see the wine menu now, or
Right.
whatever it is that they were so perfect or something.
Do you ever
funny.
go out with someone and know they're shitty tippers, and so you wait at the table?
Yes.
I've done that.
So that you can say, here,
Yeah,
sorry.
my friend Caitlin's like that. She knows. I get so angry. She's like, well, they weren't, this is fine. And I'm like, no, it's not fine.
Right.
You're not even leaving. First of all, 20% always.
Always.
Never 15.
No.
Agreed.
So right there's a
Right.
problem if somebody says, we left
Right.
it's plenty. And I'm like, but it's not even 20%.
Right.
Yeah.
And they get paid $1 a fucking hour.
The waiters.
We
yeah, exactly.
No,
we
they
end
don't.
up paying the salaries of waiters and waitresses.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what and that's what people don't
servers,
understand. You
whatever
can't
you-
understand unless you've done it.
And
Right.
it would be fine if we didn't tip them if they did get an actual salary.
Yeah, but I
they
can't
don't.
stand
They
tip
And
don't.
the worst part is, even for bad service, I can't not tip. It's like really bad.
Right.
It's like a problem.
Right.
Like I can't take it out
But
on them.
here's where
I'm like,
it's
maybe they had a bad day.
Here's
I don't know.
where I've taught myself. Tip jars. I'm not fucking tipping my dry cleaner. I'm not fucking
yeah, no, I
tipping
don't
someone
like
who
that.
has a goddamn, like at Starbucks. Like, no.
No, never.
Starbucks, I won't mind because they get on the bar and they make your drink.
No.
They stink.
They get health
I've had nothing but
insurance. They
trouble
get
with them.
a fucking salary. No one tipped me.
Talking about
We
Starbucks,
don't
they
get
can't
tips.
handle more than one order at a time.
Oh, please. No, all right. I'm just the deli. Like it's like
The grocery store now, they have
Right.
tip jars. At the
No.
grocery
Well, if
store.
they're
It's your
bagging,
fucking
maybe,
job.
I guess, but other than
why
that,
do we
no.
have to tip people?
No, you're right.
That's your fucking job.
It's odd at the Village Underground that they have a guy in the bathroom.
Oh,
I
I
know.
hate that.
necessary?
I know.
I
That's
always
not-
forget. Now I finally
That's-
remembered to bring singles with me when I
Right.
go there. But it took a long
I
time.
will only pee and I cannot pee, and unless I really have to pee, I always do it at home.
It's just odd. I wonder why they decided that's a good idea. You know,
Yeah.
It's a terrible idea. It's a really awkward,
Right.
they have
terrible
a
idea.
Bathroom
tip guy there
attendant.
at the track. You know, like at the track,
Right,
the
right,
racetrack,
right.
they have a tip guy. You know, like
It's
I'm
ridiculous.
like, what? Why? Why the track?
This is your fucking. You get a salary, you fuck.
Yeah, that's
All right.
That's
what time
stupid.
is it? Oh boy. Oh, Ben called me. Dave, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, I had such a good time.
No,
I was
I
very
did.
excited to
No,
do your
I
podcast.
did. I'm so-
Rachel
thank
always said
you.
it was the best time too.
Really? I love her.
She was great on the
Yeah.
show. We should have her
She's
back.
one of my favorite guests to have on mine, just because we just butcher each other.
You
and
know
then
what's
she tells
great? I have
stories,
never
makes
been
fun
on
of me.
yours.
She's fun.
Oh, I would love to have you. I
I'll
just
be
do it at my
on.
house. I mean, it's like
I'll
that
be
would
there.
be delightful.
Okay.
Oh, great. That would be really, really
All right,
great
let's
and
do it.
helpful for me.
Oh, all right. Let's do it, and I'll make sure I don't bring food. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Juskow, where can people find you and your funniness?
Well, I'm at Dave Juskow on Twitter and
Juskow.
Juskow.
I mean JUS.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't know. I thought you said JOS for
Oh,
some
I might
reason.
have. I meant all right. JUS
and
KOW.
SoundCloud, I have the Dave Juskow podcast, which I think I'm changing finally to the Night Fly. That's what I'm going to call it, because that's my picture from that Donald Fagen album.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
just going to call the podcast the Night Fly. I don't know why I never thought about it before.
That's
We have
great.
Kill Me Now with Judy Gold.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the Night Fly with Dave Juskow. Because we've just
Juskow.
been calling it Dave Juskow podcast. It doesn't make any sense. It's jazz and conversation. Anyway, Greece, September 12th. Sorry.
Gee, September 12th. September 12th.
September 12th. And then I'm doing Love Actually December 19th. Do you
Am
do
I
a British
getting in
accent?
that?
Do you do
yes,
Brit-
of course I can.
Oh, perfect.
And I did Shakespeare in the Park. Do you know
I know
that?
you're
Yes.
an amazing actress. You know, we didn't
Thank
talk
you.
about when we did Sarah's. You know, we
Yes.
can say Sarah Silverman's doing a Broadway
Right.
show, and you know, I guess I didn't know you could sing, and that's how I
Oh.
found out. And you were
'Cause
fantastic.
I did that. I did the grandmother.
That was
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic, though. Oh, you don't want to know one other thing that pisses me off?
What?
The fact that I was playing the father in that show, and I can't actually be the father in that show. I can't even audition because I'm
Why?
too old to play the father in the
No
show.
way.
That is so disappointing. Because she's playing a 9-year-old girl, so
Right.
she's a father in the 30s
I better
or 40s.
be able to be the grandmother.
Well, you could definitely be the grandmother, but I didn't mean it like that. I'm
Right.
sorry. You're just like
Fucking
they can put
shit.
makeup on you and
Yeah.
stuff, but I can't. You can't go younger,
Right.
You know, like for me. I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
I don't want any
true.
trouble after this.
Whatever. Enjoy your nose job. Thank you all for listening. And as we always say, so long.
And everything was wonderful. I'll see you soon. Thank you for the visit. So long.